Hey everybody, Jickle Dick's back at. So anyway, I've been looking all over the place for a Paqui One Chip Challenge chip, right? I couldn't find it. No matter what I did, couldn't find it. So I finally found one online and I paid some exorbitant price for this. I'm not even gonna say what it was because I feel stupid, but I had to know. Right, I couldn't find any of the Paqis. They're all off the shelf because of what happened a couple years ago, and if you don't know anything about it, so these are the One Chip Challenge, and some kid somewhere, I don't want to be disrespectful, but had some other health condition, and I don't know if it was because it just so happened because he had a reaction to this chip or whatever, ended up passing away, and so I'm sure Paqui just don't want to deal with any potential other further stuff, and they ended up going around and they just stopped making these. So last weekend I tried one of these Red Hot Reaper One Chip challenges, and I think there's a debate back and forth over which one's hotter, which one's not. So it had been 3 weeks since I had anything hot, not even a peanut, right? Nothing for 3 weeks. And I did that. And I called it at 3 minutes at beginner level. I was like, I'm just not in the mood, right? And so I said, I gotta build. Well, I'm never gonna be one of these guys that does the whole tube of terror and doesn't end up spending the next 2 hours over a toilet throwing up and all that. I just won't be that guy. But I want to try these just for fun, right? It's just kind of what it is. So anyway, so I'm gonna do this because so far the chips get hot, but I haven't had any bad reactions to chips or anything like that. So. But this one's just been killing me. So again, this is the Paqui One Chip Challenge. It is the 2023 version, if you see that. It is still sealed. I have not opened it yet. So this one has Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper peppers. So hence the Viper on the package. Pretty cool package. So inside is one extremely hot tortilla chip, it says. So we're gonna do this just because, so my wife has been out of town for about 4 weeks now. So she went up, we had our 9th grandkid, she went up there for the birth. I couldn't leave for that length of time. So I'm down here, me and dad are sitting around the house and lost internet connection today. I cannot, no matter how many times I'm unplugged and plugged back in and hit reset on the router. So now we got to wait for AT&T, which I can't stand AT&T, but I got to wait for AT&T, and they can't get somebody out here till noon to 4 tomorrow. And if I'm not here when they get here, it's going to be 150. Just chaps my butt. But anyway, so I'm sitting around. I said, well, instead of just sitting here staring at the walls, let's do another challenge. So that being said, I'm going to give this the old college try. Now, because my tolerance is way the heck down, I would not be surprised if I get up and I bolt for the fridge, which is right over here. I already have a glass of milk poured. I'm keeping it in the fridge so it doesn't get warm on me, right? So anyway, here we go. Let's open this bad boy up. See how many pieces it's in, because now I will tell you that the Red Hot Reaper One Chip Challenge that I did do last weekend, that chip was in one piece. First time I've had a chip challenge, it wasn't at least in this. So here's the package. Unopened, obviously, right here, so you guys can see it all the time. What to expect. This vicious chip was created. This vicious chip was created for the vengeful pleasure of intense heat and pain. And then it kind of goes through this one. I don't think the last one said abdomen attack. So we may be getting a little bit of a cap cramp from this. I don't know. It's a swift strike to the mouth. The senses recoil. Viper hyper hypnosis. Abdomen attack. And then the serpent spiral. Actually kind of cool graphics on the inside of this thing. But there you go. 2023, you versus the Reaper. So, and here is I Slayed the Challenge. So, 1 minute I'm harmless. If I can go 10 minutes, a slitherer. So for purposes of this, I'm only going to worry about 10 minutes. I don't know that I'll make 10 minutes. So, I'm going to try to do 5 minutes. I was reading on the League of Fire. I didn't see the rules portion where it said how long you had to do it, and everything they do is 5 minutes. So we're going to try that. Rules for the, well, here's rules. Read the warning, eat the entire chip, wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything, post your reaction on social media with one chip challenge, and mention Paqui Chips. So it just says, let's see, keep out of reach of children, after touching chip, wash your hands. It just doesn't say. There's nothing other than on the back of this, it says 1 minute is harmless, 10 minutes slitherer, 30 minutes venomous, 1 hour is apex predator. Obviously, I'm not going to go an hour. And I'm not going to make a video of me sitting here staring at you blankly for an hour. So I'm going to keep this. If I get to 5 minutes, I am going to consider myself having slayed the one chip challenge. Whether that's the rule or not, I got it. So that's what we're going to do. That being said, since this is, I'm going to get a point, hopefully, for the League of Fire. So I have to read this. So I, Todd Ergens, am over 18 years of age, of sound mind, and have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. Done. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers and manufacturers will under no circumstances be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damage arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and I agree to this fact without question. So those are the rules. This is the challenge. I have done no prep work, so God, I hope I don't pay the price for that. I'm going to set that. It's not going to stand up, is it? I got my trusty timer here. I got it set for 5 minutes. So I will set it here so you guys can see that. That being said, I've got to put my gloves on. I have a bad habit of rubbing my eyes. Not all the time, only when I'm not supposed to. That's when I do it. So, all right. I hope I can tolerate this one. Man, I hate wussing out on stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Open her up. Now, most of the chip challenges I've done are very chemical smelling, and the taste they give is just god-awful chemical. The Red Hot Reaper challenge I did last weekend, that actually had a cheesy smell and a cheesy clip. Holy smokes, there's a lot of stuff on these. Okay, so, oh my Lord. Yep, back to that chemical smell. Oh, this is going to be hot. This one's going to hurt. I'll see if you can see. Look at how much stuff is on there. That is just solid. This is going to suck. So, this one is not going to be pleasant. I'm going to try to break this down so I can just fit it all in and chew it all up all at once. So I'm going to do that on here. Get there. I got a couple little specs. Let's get this all together. Okay, so now I'll know, right? Now I'll know. So here we go. Wish me luck. All right, start. And that, that is so dry. Holy smokes. That is just pure dryness. the coughing, as I was chewing it, I was inhaling some of the powder off of it. Holy smokes. Anyway, heat's burning. It is all in the mouth. It is on the sides of the mouth and on the cheeks where I chewed it. I got watery eyes already. So there it is. It is just in the tongue. So it's got the tingly going on. And now is the back of the throat. Now as I get the spit that I always talk about. If you guys watched me before, I have ungodly amounts of saliva that gets produced when I eat spicy food, apparently. And it is, whew. Dad, yeah. Can you bring me over the Kleenex? Yeah. Thank you. This is hot. Thank you very much. Just blowing my nose. It felt like powder came out from somewhere. Oh. So, back in 23, I think it was, they changed the rules where you couldn't spit. You had to swallow it all. I wish I would have been doing these back then. I get so much spit. It's just disgusting. Where am I at? I'm about halfway through the 5 minutes, so I think the burn's kind of going away already. But whenever I swallow, holy crap. So there's a good burn, but I'm telling you, I think that Red Hot Reaper one chip challenge was worse. But that just could because I went 3 weeks without doing anything hot and my mind had played it down and so it shocked me or something when I did it. But this isn't nearly as bad. So I think the burn's already starting to go away. Either that or I'm just getting used to it. Where am I at? I'm down to 1:20. My nose is running. I don't think I'm sweating. Oh, there's a little bit. Not bad. Hoofda. So down to 1 minute left. The burn is going away slowly. It's gonna, if I left this, I probably hang on for longer, but I'm just gonna do the 5 minutes, I think. Because I've already burnt 14 minutes on the video, so I don't want to go more than 15 minutes long on a video. So we'll finish this out. I'm gonna reach over there and grab me the milk as soon as I'm done. I got, whoa. A little bit of a hiccup right when I swallowed some of the saliva. So, there we go, that's 5 minutes. Oh. So anyway, Paqui one chip challenge. Oh, I gotta do this one more time. I slayed it. I'm not gonna run out the next 10. I am going get a little relief as I go back through these. Kills me how that works. It's gone. It's coming back around the lips a little bit, but that's it. So there we did it, guys. Now I know the Paqui one chip challenge. Did the 23. Got it. Thank God to the internet being down. I was bored, so there I went. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Jiggle Dicks out.